Welcome to my YouTube channel where I simplify the web. In this video, I'll be simplifying the spread operator in JavaScript. In a previous video I made, I simplified the rest operator, and I mentioned that the rest operator, just like the spread operator, uses 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and depending on how you use this dot will determine if you are carrying out the rest operation or a spread operation. I mentioned in that video that the rest operator is used to store the remaining of some values in an object or array. If you'd love to learn more about that operator, you can check out the video description. I'll leave a link to that video. This video, like I said, I'll be simplifying the spread operator. So what is the spread operator? The spread operator is used to unroll, which you can consider spreading. It's used to unroll an iterable object or array into individual elements separated by comma, and I'll explain what this means using examples. So let's start from this example. I have array 1 and array 2, each of them having 3 items. Now what if I wanted to combine these two arrays together? There are multiple ways you can do this in JavaScript. You can use the concat method, you can loop through the items and push to another, but one thing you can also do is by using the spread operator. So let's say I have an array here which is empty. I can spread the values of this array into this array by using the 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, and then I have array 1. This means it's going to spread this array by taking the individual element and replacing it with this. And then I can even have other values here. Let's say I want to have 20, let's say I want to have hello, and then I can also come here and spread array 2. It's going to spread these values here into this array. I'm going to show you this result by console login combine, and if I come here and I run this JavaScript file, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, which is coming from array 1. We have 20 and hello, which we added by ourselves, and then we have 10, 20, and 30 coming from array 2. I can also take this array 1 here, and instead of spreading it at the beginning, I come to the end here to spread it. If I come here again and I run this file, you can see we have 20 hello, which we added ourselves, 10, 20, 30 coming from array 2, 1, 2, 3 coming from array 1. So the spread operator allows us to spread these items into this array. We can also do this for objects. Let's say I have this object which is info, and it has two properties, name and YouTube. And let's say I want to create another object called full info. Now in this full info, if I wanted this name property and this YouTube property, I can probably copy it and paste it like this, but I can also use the spread operator to spread this object here. So I can have dots, 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 and then I have the info object. So it's going to spread these properties here, and then I can add other properties that I want to add. Let's say I want to add a language, say JavaScript, and let's say I want to add maybe an age, and I can say 100. Now if I come here and I log this full info to the console and run it, you see the full info has the name and YouTube property, which is coming from here. And then we have the language, and then we have the age. You can also put this spreading anywhere. Let's say I want to put it at the middle. If I come here and I run it again, you see we have the language, and then we have these two properties coming from this info here, and then we have the age, which is the last one. Now what if we want to override the name property in this full info object? Then after we have already spread the info object, we can come here and we can say name, and we can say Michael. My name is not Michael, but if I come here now and I run this file, you can see language JavaScript name Michael, even though we actually spread this info and this info has the name as Dillion, but because we have another name property here, it's going to overwrite the name property coming from the info object. And then we have YouTube and we have age. But if I put this spread operation below the name and I run node test, you'd see that the name that would be here would come from the info object. So here in this object we specify the name to be Michael, but because we are spreading this info object, the name property from this info object would overwrite this one. Another place you can use spread operator is in function arguments. So let's say I have this function called add numbers, and it receives 3 arguments, num1, num2, and num3, and it returns the sum of these arguments. If I want to use this, let's say I have a total variable, I can call add numbers and I can pass the values that I want to pass. This is num1, 20 will be num2, 30 would be num3. Another thing I can do is to use the spread operator. So let's say I have an array here, and this has 10, 20, and 30. Let me call this array numbers. Instead of typing 10, 20, and 30 here, I can actually spread this array here like this. So this is going to spread all of these items separated by comma, and all of them would be the arguments of this add numbers function. Oh, sorry, this should be numbers, not array. Now if I come here and I console log total, and let's say I come here and I clear and I run this file, you can see the total is 60 because the items here have now been unrolled to become individual elements that represent num1, num2, and num3. So in this video, you can see how the spread operator allows you to unroll items from an object or an array to function arguments, a new array, or a new object. Like I said, you can check out the video description where I would leave a link to the REST operator that I made previously. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, and also turn on notifications for more concepts I'll be simplifying in JavaScript.